So right now, if you're focused on fitness, I don't recommend watching this video because this is a productivity video and it's actually going to hurt your gains, hurt your bodybuilding if you take the advice for this video, because this is for business, okay? And you have to figure out what season you're in. If you're in entrepreneurship mode, business mode, if you're on focus mode for whatever you're doing, work, or if you're on fitness mode, right? And that's because in this video, I'm going to go over a diet. I'm going to go over what I do and the foods that I eat. So in this video, these foods and the strategies I use are great for increasing your focus, increasing your brain power, but they're not good for bodybuilding. So I'm not saying it's going to destroy your gains or anything like that, because obviously if it did that, then I still wouldn't be big. But it's not going to be optimal for building size, building mass, or for fitness in general. So this is all going to be entrepreneurship mode, focus mode, business mode. So first off, your brain is for thinking, not storing, right? Your brain is intuitive, it's creative, but our short-term memory is actually very bad. The average human short-term memory, I believe, is 7 seconds. So the average short-term memory for a human is 7 seconds, which is less than a goldfish. 7 seconds of short-term memory. So even though we have a lot of creative and innovating ideas, a lot of us forget what we thought about. How many times have you been saying something that you're like, yo, that is crazy, like mind-blowing to you. It's mind-blowing to you. And then you've thought about it, and then you go to tell someone about it, you forgot about it. And you're like, what was I just thinking about? How many times does that happen to you, honestly? Because for me, there's been times I've probably thought about some amazing stuff and I've just forgot about it because I never wrote it down. I never stored it. So next time you come up with some innovating idea, actually write this down right now. So literally right now, go to your phone, go to whatever notes you have. If you're using like an iPhone, just open notes. If you're using like an Android or something, just find a way to put notes in it. I don't know how Android works with that. Use your phone to store amazing ideas. Your brain is extremely creative and innovative. Every time you think of an idea, write it here and just put that in your notes. And once that's in, just name the notes, like the note icon, just name it ideas. So everything you think, everything that's actually productive or creative that you think about, and you're like, yo, I could do something with that thought. Write it inside that ideas. That way you have it all there and you can go through it sometime later in the week. Like I set aside 2-3 hours of my week at the end of the week to go through all of my ideas and to implement those ideas before. And once I've implemented them, let's say I put in, make a video about this, make a video about that. Once I make that video, I can clear it off because that's a task I've done. So have that in there. Once you've completed that task, once you've completed that thing, or once you've made progress towards that idea, once you've turned that idea into something innovative or something to use, then you can get rid of it, and then it's over. You've cleared that idea, you've pursued it, you've done everything you can with that thought, and now you're good. Sometimes the thoughts can actually lead to more ideas. So it's really just good to keep track of them in your phone, to keep those ideas there. So for all of you computer people, your brain is like RAM. Essentially what I mean by that is your brain can only process so much memory at once, right? It can only process so many things at once. So when you have a lot of thoughts in your brain that you're trying to remember, that you're trying to keep track of, you can only keep track of so much at once, and you end up forgetting a lot of things, meetings, places, things that you're supposed to be at, you forget those things. So a great tip for you is literally to do what I said, go to ideas, keep all those things there. And then let's say you have tasks, you can also keep your tasks for the entire day right there, accessible, and you can memorize them. And setting alarms is also super important for those things. So keep track of your ideas, keep track of your tasks, and set alarms for any sort of meetings. Let's say, for example, I have a meeting at 2 p.m. today, and then I'm gonna set like an alarm at 1 p.m. to get ready for the meeting, and then I might set an alarm at 1:30 if it's 30 minutes away to leave my house at 1:30. So whenever you store ideas on your phone, right? Ideas from your brain. Whenever you store them on your phone, it's like, you know how when you open Google and you open like 20 tabs of Google and it takes up a lot of RAM on your computer. Whenever you put one of those ideas onto your phone, it's like closing a tab of Google on your brain, in your brain. So it's literally like closing a tab. And then you write down all of your ideas and thoughts, and literally all the tabs close except for one. And that's when you know you're completely focused, is when you can put all of your RAM into that one thing, that one focused thing. Like me right now, all of my focus is on making a video because I cleared all of my thoughts onto my phone. All of my thoughts. I've cleared them onto my phone, and now that gives me the space to think whatever I want because I know that those ideas are stored safely on my phone. And that gives me the RAM to put all of my energy into making good, productive videos for you guys. So one thing, of course, if you're distracted by like TikTok, you're not going to be able to think higher quality thoughts. Your brain's going to be distracted thinking of some random TikTok video you saw earlier that day. So if you're using TikTok early in the day, it's going to mess you up for the rest of the day. So by not using social media, by not playing video games, by not using any of those distractions early on in the day, you will have the ability to focus so much easier because your mind is clear. If you wake up and go straight to work, you wake up and go straight to producing, creativity, thinking, stuff like that, you're going to have so much more space to, you're going to have so much more ability to focus on those things, and you'll see how much more creative and innovative you start to think just by not using these distractions. So in order to fully optimize our creativity, we need to eliminate distractions. That's just a simple fact. So for my deep work sessions, what I do in the mornings is, this morning, literally what I did was I woke up, I took a cold shower because cold showers have been proven to increase focus. And then I had a cup of coffee. And I literally poured the coffee out and brought the cup to my room, and I just worked with the coffee next to me. And what that did for me was I literally did nothing else through the day. I didn't look at my phone. I didn't do anything else besides leaving my room, taking a cold shower, getting coffee, going into a room, closing the door, and working on scripting these videos. So I've scripted 3 videos, and now I'm recording with like incredible focus. Incredible focus. I haven't been this focused in a while. And I plan on the rest of this month to be this focused. And you could probably tell like I'm more focused than normal. If you look at my other videos, that those are like videos where I've eaten before or whatever. Right now I'm on an empty stomach. It's 12 o'clock. I still haven't eaten anything. I've only had coffee and water. That's all I've had. And I'm so focused right now. It feels incredible. So me doing this, I've recorded 3 videos today. This is my 3rd video I'm recording today, which is I've scripted 3 videos. I'm going to record 3 videos, and I'm also going to edit all 3 of these videos today. You can see how productive and how powerful this could be for anyone who's looking to start a business, anyone who's looking for entrepreneurship, anyone who's looking to be focused in work, anyone who's looking to, let's say you're an artist and you want to be creative and you have a completely clear blank slate mind. You're going to be so much more creative with that than if you're distracted. So it's just so much value to not just to people who are in business, not just to entrepreneurs, to anyone, to any job you do, to whatever you do, you can be more focused and think more creatively and outside of the box. One thing about this is if you distract yourself early in the morning, early on in the day, if you look at your phone, you're going to lose so much just by looking at your phone once. Your brain starts generating thoughts about the phone. You're going to be distracted about the phone. You're going to be distracted about whatever you saw on there. Even if it's just for 2 seconds, you're going to be distracted. You're going to be thinking about it. So you need to make sure early on the day you have 0 distractions and you know exactly what you're doing. And one thing you need to do is plan the day before. If you don't plan the day before, I got to wake up, now I got to think, what clothes do I need to put on? What is the plan for today? What am I doing today? You have to think about all those things. That takes away the power that you could be using for creativity. So if you plan the day before and know exactly what you're doing at exactly what time, you know exactly what you're wearing, and you know exactly what you're going to eat. So in the morning, it's just water and coffee. You know exactly what you're going to do. You don't have to spend any thoughts doing those things. You can spend all of your thoughts just on productivity focused and doing the things that need to be done, doing the things that you need or want to be done. Depends. So if it's my business, I was just focused on scripting these videos. And that's why you can probably tell these videos are a lot better than usual, because I was able to focus and script them. The next 3 videos you're going to see are going to be like incredible. Like, I'm actually super excited, and I'm recording them all today, but I'm going to drop them at different times. But you're going to see the difference in quality is it's going to be astounding. You're going to like these videos. So the reason I fast and only drink coffee in the morning is because when you eat, right, let's say you have to prepare all the meals and all that, you're still thinking about that. And even if you don't prepare the meals, you're going to lose brain power just from eating if you fill yourself up, right? If I ate and I filled myself up with carbs, I'm going to lose a lot of brain power. That's because, I'm eating, my stomach's bloated. There's a lot of energy going to my stomach instead of going to my brain and my thoughts. If you fast for 3 or 4 hours, you will see a difference in focus. And if you're working out, this isn't optimal. If you're working out, don't do this. It's not optimal. But if you are looking to increase your focus, if you're on the business season, the entrepreneurship season, I highly recommend it, because your productivity, your focus, your creativity is just going to explode. So eliminate everything that isn't necessary. Eliminate all of the distractions and all of the things that aren't necessary, especially if it's early on in the day. You can do all those things later. Anything that you can do later in the day, have it set out to do later. But besides that, it's really about eliminating all of the unnecessary things, like looking at your phone. If you open your phone in the morning and scroll just one Instagram reel, you already lose like half of your brain's capability for the entire day. And I'm not kidding with you. Half of it, because you're gonna be thinking about Instagram, that reel, and then your brain's gonna go on to all these random irrelevant thoughts that aren't going to help you. They're not going to help you. So those little things are gonna make a huge difference for your productivity and for the entire day. So if you implement all the things that I've done, planning everything for the next day, the day before, eliminating all of the unnecessary distractions, taking a cold shower in the morning, drinking only coffee, and fasting until you finish your work, you're going to see a huge improvement and a huge difference in your focus and productivity. So just remember this: you deserve the consequences of your actions, and every single action you make makes a difference. My name's Justin. Subscribe to my channel right now. Take a look at my other videos, because I truly believe they will change your life.